We're preparing to stream. But when it says that, means you're live anyway. Yeah, we're live. Preparing to stream. But when it says that. So we are live. We're live.
Hello.
We're live.
Hello.
So we're live. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Ahoy there. So meeting is now streaming live on YouTube. So if you want to send out some messages to all your pals to get them on to come and see us, do it now.
My only friend is in this room with me.
Daniel Watson is here, so that's us. I was just going to quickly message everyone and be like, live. We're live.
I'll stick on my podcast page on Facebook as well.
Yeah, man, just share about.
Get tweeting.
Where's Brain? Why is he not supporting?
I'm keeping them both out of the way. And just quiet.
Otherwise, things will get messy.
Not such messy. Just they're a pain in the ass to be around both of them, aren't they?
Yeah. That.
I want Rural on because Rural seems to keep missing my live shows and he's gutted. So we have 3 people on so far, and that's probably us. So yes, here we go. So welcome everyone to That Effing Guy Goes Live, episode 2, aka the Not So Fantastic 4, with myself, Jordan. We've got Matty Monster from Who Cares Nerds. We've got Luke from Luke from Anywhere But Ours. I'm always gonna get it wrong.
Yeah,
Anywhere But Ours, and we've got the Drunken Theorist, aka into the Aaronverse. So boys, bing.
Hello.
Hello.
Good mate. Yourself?
I'm good, man. So we've already got someone saying, Bryony Mallon, I'm being held hostage. Okay,
That's a guy who was on earlier. He's not being held hostage. He's sat in the corner.
he's been held hostage.
Was that guy? What's that?
Yeah. That was your 400th subscriber.
Yeah, big Brain.
Yeah.
Yes. Cheers, man. Appreciate that. Keaton Fisher, what's the football scores? Don't know, don't care, hate football.
He's also again sat in front of me. So the 2 people commenting sat either side of me.
I love it.
They're just they're having drinks before a night out, so they're.
Why not? How is nights out down south, by the way? Keaton Fisher.
Oh,
It feels weird the fact that you're saying that down south.
Well, obviously we don't have nights out really because obviously we're still closed.
Yeah,
they're all right. Yeah, decent. Things are back to normal.
Fair enough.
Is Glasgow still closed? Because Greenock's opened up. Although I don't know if that says anything.
Well,
I know it's not the major room.
I think the pubs are still open until 12 o'clock, but I think nightclubs are still shut. Ish.
That's where Aaron was last night, busting out the cha-cha slide.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Is that why he's hungover? Yes.
Yes, it is.
Daniel Watson said, been looking forward to this. Oh, cheers, man. I appreciate that. Luke Hoth is here as well.
Hey, Luke.
DJ with
This is Leon, Luke. Who Leon is?
This is Leon. This is Leon Wilson who said, I'm also held hostage.
We're holding people against their will just to join.
I swear to God, if this is going to be the live chat all night, I'm being held hostage. So am I. Darth Vader's holding me hostage.
It could be good for the algorithm.
Just a bit of hostage keeping, just be friends.
This could be how you go viral. Like,
yeah, why not? So yeah, tonight, guys, we are going to talk about little post Comic-Con kind of stuff. Obviously, nothing much happened at Comic-Con because obviously DC, Marvel, Disney, Star Wars, they're all going to the Disney Investors Day, the DC fandom event in October. So not much going on in terms of like the big boys. But we do have things like
just to mention, do you not think it's a bit of a shame, like that these guys are now pulling away from Comic Cons, like, and to do their own thing, because it's sort of like it spoils the whole thing of them. I mean, it used to be the big event where everything would get announced, and that's where you'd hear everything.
And it undermines the fans a bit in that sense, doesn't it? Because that was the big event, wasn't it? For
yeah. It was like even those who couldn't attend.
Comic-Con was like the biggest thing.
That's the thing.
That's the thing. Like, so. Oh, on you go.
Well, because of the whole last year situation, like obviously they seen what they did, keeping everything at home, and how much they could get out, and how much hype they got for stuff.
Yeah.
Star Wars alone, like look at the amount of stuff they announced, and then everybody went after a nut.
Yeah.
So like Marvel and DC, like, it was bound to kind of happen, but will it kind of keep on going like this for every year? Do you think, or do you think eventually they'll maybe save some stuff for like their personal ones, and then still go back to Comic-Con to announce other like maybe lesser known stuff? Do you think?
Might start their own events because they have that much content coming. They can bank on it. It's like it's not necessarily just like Disney have Star Wars, they have Marvel. They'll just have like a Disney con. Not they won't call it that obviously, but where they just announce everything. But it kind of takes away from the whole Comic-Con was a big thing for fans, wasn't it? It's weird.
Because like
it's a shame though, because
this year, like, see if it wasn't for Jordan, I wouldn't have known Comic-Con was even
me
on.
either.
Like, it was advertised as well as the Olympics this year, which I still haven't watched much. I watched the other night. That was it.
Like, where the hell did the Olympics come out of? That just came out of nowhere. Like, the last time I heard about it was getting cancelled, and then all of a sudden it's like I was
it started
in the last few days. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Like, I was cleaning some windows. I'm just like, and guys are like, "Oh, I'm watching the Olympics." Then you watch it. I'm just like, "Huh?" I've got it fucking on. I'm like, "Is it on?
Is it this year?"
I know. But Comic-Con was. I remember Comic-Con. I remember growing up in Comic-Con being like the San Diego one, being like the biggest like event of the year. Obviously, at Scotland we had the MCM Comic-Con at the SEC or Braehead or whatever, or Collectomania. Obviously, Matty, you'll know them, Collectomania, etc. Down south, you guys have Collectomania, or you have MCM Comic-Con.
We have sort of
London.
Yeah, I think it is. There's quite a few regional Comic Cons around here. Preston, where we had one a few years ago. Where do we have, Luke?
I think they do it yearly, but it's very, very small, didn't they? They get Z. If there was any like lower than Z list, it'd be them. The people.
I mean, I remember. So before he passed, rest his soul, Kenny Baker. He was there.
He did it once, didn't he?
Because he lived in Preston. So yeah, he appeared a couple of times. So yeah, like there's a few like Z-listers. Like a lot of the old doctors have been there. But yeah, like, there's a few. There's Liverpool. That's just been actually. Where else is there? I think Manchester does one as well. So there's quite a few sort of dotted around locally. Just mention while we talked about the Olympics. Did anyone notice? Did anyone watch any of the opening ceremony?
Nope.
I
didn't know it was on. So
I didn't even know it was on.
So like each country walked out to the soundtrack from a different video game.
Oh, like, what? How did I miss this?
Yeah, that's cool.
I cannot believe I missed that.
It was only when Halo theme tune that came on, I actually realised what was happening. And then just saw some more stuff about it. I can't remember, mate. I was in work. I was in work and I just heard the. I was like,
I know that noise. I'm like,
the thing is, I think it was the weightlifters came out like looking hedge, and it was the. I was like, yes, these guys are ready. But yeah, so it's obviously
that's tremendous.
The gaming culture is so massive in
it's huge there,
in Japan. Like the soundtracks are considered an art form over there, so they it was really cool. And also the Olympic torch looked like proper sci-fi, like alien egg kind of thing. It was really cool. Yeah. Anyway,
it's Tokyo. It's been taking place in this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I've seen some of the stuff from like some of the marathon stuff, like the cycling and all that, and they're cycling past like proper fucking Gundam fucking statues and shit, and I'm just like.
Be such a cool place to live.
Like, you could be throwing Comic-Con in the middle of this as well. They like just taking a bullet for the team and just fucking getting everything done in a winning. Like, it'd be brilliant.
Yeah, and they're being proper strict though. The restrictions over in Japan, aren't they? Yeah. Like, I remember seeing something about the athletes aren't actually allowed out the village. They're allowed to have one walk a day, and it's escorted by a steward. It's mad. But back to Comic Con.
One of the girls from because I live in Beith, so one of the girls from Beith, Gemma Riki, she's actually like doing one of the runs. She's a runner or whatever, the track race or whatever. She's at the Olympics right now, so good luck to her.
Cool.
It's pretty cool. So Comic-Con. I love Comic-Con. I've always loved it. Even the San Diego one, as much as like we never get to go to, obviously it's in San Diego, but it was all something to look forward to, like Marvel and stuff like that. So obviously now that Marvel have their own thing, Investors Day, DC now have DC fandom, which don't get me wrong, DC fandom is the tits. It's amazing. It's so good. Like they went full on with their little Comic-Con of their own. Like it's amazing. Like obviously the Disney Investors Day is good, but like DC was like, it was insane, their fandom thing last year. It was brilliant. I can't wait to see that. And obviously we get the first look at the band. Oh my god, man. Fucking like, was it something like not even 20% was filmed and he managed to make a 2.5 minute trailer? You're just like, how the fuck? That is mental. Cannot wait. And speaking of the Batman, obviously we've got Ben Affleck's Batman. Not Ben Affleck himself, because he's currently shagging J-Lo on holiday, but Ben Affleck's
not that you're jealous or anything, but
I'm not that I'm jealous.
It's only the third time you mentioned it today, isn't it?
I know. Do you know what's funny though? Like I was genuinely like so happy for them. I'm actually really happy about it. I'm just like, yes.
Your little fanboy. Did you have a little fanboy moment over them?
I love it. Yeah, I'm just like my man Ben's, back on the horse again, as it is.
Back on the horse. As they say, back on the horse.
Yes. Back on the horse. So Ben Affleck's Batman is currently in Glasgow today, as of today, filming at the City Chambers and around George Square on the newly revealed Batbike, which a part of me is like, leaked pictures, but I'm like, but it's fun as fuck. It's Ben Affleck. Well, not Ben Affleck, but it's his Batman back to the Flash, so it's exciting as fuck. It really is. Obviously, we've also still got Indiana Jones 5 as well, which me and Steve went to see the set you last Sunday, actually, and obviously, Matty, you took a wee visit up as well. Yeah, it's so cool. Like, as much as Harrison Ford's not there, you still have that Indiana Jones essence. You're just like, that's Indiana Jones. It's not him, but it's his stand-up. You're just like, that's Indiana. That's a film. That's a scene filmed in Glasgow there. When I watch it, whether the film's good or fucking terrible, I'm like, I seen that getting filmed. It's like World War Z. I seen that getting filmed. Dan and Steve were lucky enough to be on set because they were working through the college and saw the director, Mark Forster, going off his fucking head at someone, but I'm sure Dan and Steve in the live chat will tell that. But so we're going to talk about some Comic-Con stuff, random movie chat, Masters of the Universe Revelations. Not so much about it, just the fact that I genuinely did not realize I watched the original cartoon to understand what's going on. I thought it was like a whole new thing, but no, you need to know what's going on. I'm like, fuck, because I didn't realize, and like, spoilers I'm not going to spoil it, obviously, but I didn't realize that no one knew that Prince Adam was He-Man, like Clark Kent is Superman. I thought like everyone just knew that he was just He-Man.
Yeah.
So
I'll say it when we were talking about it, but like that's one of the things. And when I was sitting watching it, and my wife came in and she was like, "Are you watching fucking He-Man?" And I was like, I'm watching the new He-Man. And she's like, what do you mean the fucking new He-Man? And she actually sat down and watched it with me. And she's not like up for like watching anything geeky with me. Yeah. Like the most geeky thing she likes is Harry Potter. And I'm like, But she sat down and watched all 5 episodes with me and was pure critiquing it all as well. And I'm just like, that's Mark Hamill. That's that's Cersei for fucking Game of Thrones and all this. And she's like, I know all of these people. I know who they are. And He-Man,
I watched the first episode, and then like half of episode 2 was just like, nah, I need to watch this. Masters of the Universe. I'm like, I haven't got a clue what's going on.
I was surprised at how well I liked it, but I was actually surprised at how much people didn't like it as well.
I've seen quite a few
on Twitter, like Kevin Smith and Mark Bernardin are getting a lot of shit for it, but just like, why? Like, it's not going to be the exact same, but still.
I don't know how spoilery I want to go, because obviously, like, there'll be some people who are obviously watching this and haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. I've seen people speak about it, and I am interested in watching it. It's just like you say, if you need to know everything about like the past, I've got no clue about
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. So it was like 83 to 85. So I was nowhere near existence.
Yeah.
So when I grew up, even when it was repeated in the 90s, I was like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. I was watching that for like in Power Rangers. I never really watched He-Man. I thought at that point He-Man was too like it's 80s. It's just too old.
Aye.
Now I respect it. I mean, I've actually like saved series 1 and series 2. It's like $9.99 each on Amazon Prime. So it's like I think it's like 130 episodes. I'll watch them and then go back to Revelations. But starting off Revelations, I was just like, I don't know. And then when obviously, and Dan told me the major thing that happened that pissed all the fans off. I seen it, not knowing about He-Man and Masters of the Universe, I still was like, oh shit, that's quite fair enough. It's a ballsy thing to do, but like I said, I genuinely haven't got a clue, so I can't really talk about it as much. When they were like, yeah, so He-Man was Prince Adam was He-Man, or just like, was he? I'm just like, the fuck, you don't know that? But I was like, oh, I don't know. I was like, oh shit, because his dad made a prick comment. It was like something. It's like a ceremony for Tila, I think it was, and he was like, yeah, at least her father's got someone to be proud of. And I'm just like, dude, what a dick! I'm like, you're fucking He-Man. But I was like, oh, he doesn't know he's He-Man. Oh, fair enough. I mean, so I was just like, what the fuck? I know. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, like I said, we'll talk about a bit more about He-Man and Masters of the Universe. But what? So obviously, Doctor Who series 13 was revealed, like season 13 panel. I've done a proper breakdown video that I'm going to post this week. I was bored of the panel halfway through, like maybe like a few minutes, and I was like, I'm bored, because it's the same shit. It's like Chris Chibnall's like, it's our most ambitious season yet. I'm just like, you tell us that every fucking year. Yeah, we're trying something different. I think that's the issue, though. They're trying to be different, but it's like pissing fans off.
Yeah.
And obviously we know it's Jodie Whittaker's final season. We don't know yet. Yeah. Allegedly. So, like, how is that the ambitious season? Is that what's going to be the most ambitious thing yet? I don't know. We then got hit with the season 13 teaser trailer, which I thought was boring as shit. I thought you went to Comic-Con with a 30-second, I'm the Doctor, this is Yaz, this is Dan, let's have some fun. It's just like, let's see the fun. And then we got, obviously, the new companion, the guy from Game of Thrones, Jacob Anderson, who's playing Vander, who I've got a theory, by the way, and I'm thinking, so there's a rumour that John Barrowman's Captain Jack Harkness is being written out and, phased out of like the episodes that he's filmed. So I'm thinking, rather than having a nothing being there, I think they've maybe like shoehorned his character in place.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like it. So what do you guys think about Doctor Who Series 13? Like, are you guys excited? Do you think it's past its...
I'm looking forward to it, mate. We have waited a while now for, obviously, another series. Obviously, COVID decided to mess a lot of the scheduling up. I've always liked Jodie Whittaker. I think that I know there's been a few issues with the writing. A lot of people wanting Russell T Davies back, which I think I sit with a lot of fans saying that would love to see him back. However, I've enjoyed it. Like there's some of the. It's felt a bit deeper, like some of these, than previous ones. Not that Doctor Who has never been deep. Like some of them have like been absolute heart-wrenching episodes. I think we've all got like, especially when like the Doctor regenerates and leaves. But like, so for example, there's one that I mentioned on the show on Sunday. It was the Rosa Parks episode, and then it had the song "Rise Up." Was it Andrea Day who sang the song?
I love that episode. I thought,
honestly, that had me just so emotional. Like, just sort of made you realize everything that obviously went on back then. It was such a powerful episode. As I said,
I loved it.
What Jodie Whittaker's done with the character, I've enjoyed. It's been different to what we've had. So, maybe a little bit overdue, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I thought the Rosa Parks episode was a fantastic episode. I really thought it was very well done. Like, to try and like not like mention any racist words, etc., but still kind of have that racist tone of like Yaz, for example. Obviously, she, like, the fact that she physically said like the words, like, you know, the like Paki, she actually said like that's what I get called every day, and I thought it's quite ballsy for Doctor Who to say something like, to have that word.
Yeah,
it's not like, it's not a bad word, but it's obviously it's offensive to, like, you know, Indian people, etc. So for her to actually use that word and be like, this is what I'm getting called on a daily basis, I thought it was pretty good. I loved that episode. I thought the episode was really good. I like the story of Rosa Parks. I remember learning in history class and really liking it. So to bring it into Doctor Who and add a sort of sci-fi-ness to it was at first odd, but I thought, let's see how it works. And I thought it worked fantastic. I really loved that episode.
Yeah, I think that the way the episode was done, it didn't take, obviously added the sci-fi sort of thing behind it, but didn't take away from like the message that obviously the whole Rosa Parks, the boycott movement sort of made. Like it kept that, as you said, like it didn't use any major racist words, and it didn't have a very aggressive sort of tone to it, but it also was still brutal. Like it put a message across without being aggressive with it. And I think it beautifully written. You mean just it was, again, just one of those episodes that you sit back and go, wow, like wasn't expecting it. So
it was definitely one of the highlights. It was definitely one of the highlights of series 12.
12.
Yeah. 12. Yeah. And then we obviously had the Timeless Child storyline, which I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
I did.
I said in a video that's still coming up, I'm posting the next few days, like, every show wants to put a bold stamp on their show, on their era. And some fans are like, fuck off, you're having a fuck it, you what, you're just going to totally just screw over the whole of, you know, nearly 60 years of Doctor Who. I'm like, but why not? Because it work. It could make sense. It does make sense. Like, it does, you know, I mean, it's a bit of a kind of cop out to be like, but I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Like, it's both, and I'm like, that's what Doctor Who's there for, to just try something new. Fans are either going to love it or they're going to hate it. Marvel, like in MCU, do things that, like, you always hear the positivity, but there's plenty of fans who hate the MCU, who hate what they've done to the comic books.
Yeah.
Like, you're always going to get your lovers and your haters. You've got Steve and Dan who are not a fan of the trilogy. I like the sequel trilogy. So you're always going to have people who are like, I love Star Wars, but I hate the new ones. I love Doctor Who, I hate the new ones. You're always going to have people who hate it, but I want Jodie Whittaker to regenerate, though. I'm just kind of, I want a new Doctor. I'm just looking forward to it now.
Yeah, I think because it's been so long, we've had so much without that. I think it is time for the regeneration to happen. You mean it's time for a new Doctor? So
but
like just when you mentioned, obviously, like fandom base sort of hate and stuff. We touched on that a fair bit on on Sunday, because we were thinking about the He-Man series. It's not one that I've watched. But we were sort of like explaining that sort of when you've grown up watching this stuff, when you've been a kid and you've watched Doctor Who. I remember watching the first episode of Doctor Who back with Christopher Eccleston. As being like wide-eyed as a child and loving it. You mean stuff like growing up with Star Wars, growing up with He-Man, watching all this stuff. When they then bring it back years later, it's always hard for people to sort of grasp not because you're not watching, when you first watch it, you're watching it with like childlike eyes. I mean, you're a kid, so everything's amazing when you're a kid. So when people start critiquing things,
you don't care about story. You're like, oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever seen. But then when you get old, you're critical. Life happens. You're like, oh, well, I don't like that. I like this. I like that. As your kid, you're just like, this is the best thing I've ever seen ever. I want to watch it 5 more times today before I go to bed.
You mean what the way I was saying to Luke, like it's the way I try to watch everything that I do watch is like trying to be that kid, so that you mean when it comes to the end of the episode, I'm that kid from Incredibles going, that was totally wicked. Just loving it, because that's what I experienced as a kid. That's what I fell in love with, because that's what you grew up on. So yeah, that was my little piece on Sunday. I had a bit of a rant.
Fair enough.
A little bit of a rant about ranting.
Yeah.
I love reliving my childhood and stuff like that. That's obviously what I mean. I've said it several times on podcast of the Old Republic. The Force Awakens was like my reawakening of Star Wars. It's like, oh shit, Star Wars is back. Like, but it's funny though, because obviously just today we had a new trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife, and Dan and Steve are just like, oh, brilliant. I love Ghostbusters. I love Ghostbusters too. I fucking love that film. Like, I don't get the hatred towards it. Yeah, it's more toned down than the first one, but it's still a fantastic sequel. I'm really looking forward to seeing Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie Hudson suit up again in this new movie. We've seen the action figures as well today, the pictures. It looks fucking bad, but I'm just not got that kind of igniting in my chest. It's because obviously it's the kids taking over. I'm just like, it's kids taking over. No. And Dan and Steve are just like, what the fuck's wrong with that? Stranger Things, etc. I'm just like, I know, but I don't know. I just fucking can't get it in my head that I don't know. Like, and that's what Dan said. But that's your childhood, watching these kids discover like the Ghostbusters and be like, oh shit, Ghostbusters. And I'm like, yeah, it's quite cool, but I'm like, I don't know. I'll probably think though, at the end of the day though, I'll probably love it.
Yeah,
I'll love it, and I'll probably love it more than Dan and Steve. But right now, I'm just like, I'm on the fence. I want to see the boys back, and they are back. But I'm like, it's the kids. I'm just like, it's just children driving Ecto 1. I'm just like, no. But I love Finn Wolfhard, so I think he's perfect in the role of being Egon's. Rumored to be Egon's, but in the trailer it does kind of basically say that it's Egon's grandkids. I don't mind him, and I don't mind that McKenna Grace, or the week basically Captain Marvel Jr., the young Captain Marvel. I think she played Captain Marvel in the flashbacks. McKenna Grace or McKenzie Grace, McKenna Grace. They look like Harold Ramis. They look like Egon. Like, they look like they could be his grandkids. Like, just the fuzzy hair and the glasses, and they just look really good. But I'm just like, I just have that kind of, I don't know. What do you guys think? How are you feeling about Ghosts Afterlife?
I'll be honest, I haven't seen the trailer. First time I'm hearing that the film's coming. So yeah, it's one to catch up on.
Myself, to be fair, I've never been a massive Ghostbusters person. Like, I remember seeing it when I was younger, but I've not been. It's not been.
Bye, Luke. Thanks for joining.
Bye. It's not been one of those things I've watched loads and loads of times. I remember, like, for example, like Jurassic Park, Back to the Future, where you rewatch.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters was, I guess, just never that sort of thing in the household when I was growing up. So
That's fair enough.
Well, I can go back to it and watch it, and then.
That's fair enough, man. Just quickly, so we're talking about World War Z, and I said about Dan and Steve meeting or seeing Mark Foster. He said we saw Brad Pitt and Mark Foster was shouting at me and Steve. Oh, I thought about that actually. That's right, it is. So yeah, so Mark Foster was shouting at Steve and Dan. That's the reason why World War Z was a failure. Steve and Dan distracting Mark Foster, just distracting the man. I mean, sorry if I've I'm not paying attention to any of the live chat. I'm just quickly trying to kind of pick, like, you guys yourself. You are cool with it. So what else we're going to talk about? Let's talk about fucking anything. So what trailers did you guys watch? Did you guys watch all the trailers that Matt obviously gave us his homework?
Yeah, I watched them.
Not fully, I'll be honest with you. I've worked today. Busy.
That's fine, man. That's cool.
I say I gave it his homework, right? I literally watched them all in the last half hour before the show started, but I took some notes.
Cool, man. Yeah, but that also includes the
Ghostbusters trailer.
That's cool, man. So, Matty, I'll let you talk for a bit. So, what notes have you got on your trailers, man?
Right. So, we've already kind of talked about the Doctor Who one.
What was that? Is he playing the Xbox?
He's playing FIFA. He's just celebrating last minute equaliser.
Fair enough. I love.
I'm surprised he managed to do it that quiet.
Every once in a
he did
every once in a while. Every once in a while, he just reacts in the background, just like, what is he doing? But anyway, Matty, back to you.
Celebrating Matty's notes. That's like, yes,
that's what I thought it was. I was like, yes, finally some recognition.
just watched it back on the live stream. That's fucking class.
Right, Matty, what notes have you got for us then?
Right, so I'll go through trailer by trailer, so we can all kind of comment in, right? So start off with the Day of the Dead TV series. If anybody watched that one, I watched it, and I was like, at first I was thinking maybe it's along the same lines as the Army of the Dead one, but it doesn't look as high pricey as Zack Snyder's money can handle. But at the same time, it does not look bad though. But that's not saying.
No.
Because it gives me proper like George A. Romero vibes, and I'm all for that. Like that, it looks good. Also looks like it could be a bit of a laugh as well.
Yeah.
The zombies look pretty good though. They look quite gory.
Walking Dead-y, but not as
not like a comedic Walking Dead. Like, as I was watching it, I was like, oh, this looks quite interesting because it's like not as serious, a bit more lighthearted, you know, but with that serial sort of feel of episodes and so on and so forth for stories.
I wasn't too sure in the trailer until it got to like the funeral bit where she just kind of does in the family's like granny or granda or whatever. Like, and
they're all just watching.
So like that,
it's kind of like Z Nation.
Aye.
It's like Z Nation, like sci-fi Z Nation. Like it's like cheap as fuck, but it's kind of like I watched a few episodes and it's like it's dead sci-fi like Sharknado, but it's like I'll just ride the bus to the next stop and keep watching and see what happens. I lost track of it because there's so many of them, but no, Day of the Dead does look pretty decent.
Yeah,
pretty decent.
I didn't even know it existed till I watched that trailer. So I watched that trailer.
I know.
I thought that looks quite cool.
I actually forgot. Yeah, I forgot it was getting made as well. It's like, oh shit.
I know there's another a prequel to the Army of the Dead that's coming out, the Zack Snyder one.
Yeah,
based on
Army
the wee guy.
Thieves.
The wee guy that did the safe in Army of the Dead. So it's based on him, or like his backstory sort of thing. Which
I kind of don't give a shit about that, to be honest.
I watched Army of the Dead.
Not gonna lie,
liked it, but I was like, he seemed like one of them pure forced in characters, didn't he? Like,
it's kind of funny though because I watched Army of the Dead and I've actually got a review that I've got to release, but I just can't be arsed releasing it because I just think I don't know. So to hear about a prequel, I'm just like, it's the same fucking thing. It's a big safe in Las Vegas, zombies, only it's set before. It's the same fucking thing.
Zombies without the zombies.
Yeah, basically. I don't think that's the thing. I don't think this. I've not seen a trailer for it. I don't know if it has got zombies in it, but I don't know if I want to watch a film about the fucking tech guy. I don't really care about him. I'm going to be brutally honest.
I didn't really care for the film, like the first one.
Whenever we talk about these things and we're on different shows, all these films get brought up. I'm just like, I've not seen it. Show's pretty well. I've not. My library or repertoire of things I've seen seems to be really lacking compared to some.
it's because, mate, all you do is sit and take part in your pyramid schemes.
That's not what I do.
I saw briefly that there's some stuff happening around it. It was one of those. Like, the first film didn't really catch my attention. I do like Zack Snyder. I managed to find. I forgot to bring it home with me. A Dark Side Funko Pop.
Oh, thanks.
A special edition. It was literally last one left. It was just up on top. On top of the thing,
for you, isn't it?
I mean, by the way, Jordan, I sent off your Funko Pop. I forgot about it. I'll be honest with you. It's been sat on my desk, so it's now on its way to you.
Cheers, man. Appreciate it.
Yes. With the additional bonus of a Doctor Strange in there as well because it took so long. From the What If.
Oh, dude.
Where is he?
you so much. I appreciate that.
Similar
Really
room. Yeah. So with that little bad boy in there.
Oh.
So yeah.
I bet you.
Your best friend.
I bet you've just stole these from work. You're just like, fuck it.
I do pay for them.
Pays for them with his disc.
Apart from probably say about 3 or 4 of them, all of them have come from work.
Yeah.
Just because as soon as they come in on delivery, I see the Funko logo on the box. I'm like, give me it. Like, and 9 times out of 10, it's heartbreak. Like, you open the box, frozen. Fuck off.
I want another Elsa.
Fuck off with your fucking Harry Potter Patronus ones. Give me Marvel shit.
Blue Harvest Toys is saying he's got the Captain Carter. Ooh.
I haven't even seen that one
yet.
Yeah, she does look good, and obviously he'll reply.
I've seen this photo, but I've not seen it anywhere. Otherwise, I would have got it myself.
Party Thor is one that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah,
Party Thor. Yes.
So there's quite a few of them in the sort of in the what if thing that I really want. I want the whole collection.
Yeah,
I'm liking this. Yeah, I'm liking this what if. I like the what if because I think it was. I don't know if it was you guys or Stephen Dan that said how cool would it be like a what if Star Wars.
Yeah.
I think they will. I think that they'll. I think if what if is successful, they'll try and do a Star Wars version.
Yeah.
Well, they've already got out in Pop Funkos. They've already got the Star Wars concept art versions of figures like the concept art of Darth Vader, the alternative kind of Luke Skywalker, etc. So
yeah, I've seen them ones like the pre ones before the. Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, they're pretty cool, man. They're pretty cool. I think there's definitely a Darth Vader. I think there's a Luke Skywalker. There's a Yoda one as well.
The Yoda and there's a. I've seen the R2D2 one, and I think there's a C3PO one as well because they're in Forbidden Planet.
Is there a Luke Starkiller, like the very first version of Luke Skywalker? I think there is. I'm not sure. Look now.
There might be.
Let's have a quick. I'll have a quick Google while we're
here.
Yeah, there is. Starkiller Funko Pop.
Is there? Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Nice.
Is it available or is it a?
Yeah. No, I think they sold it in. I saw them in HMV not so long ago. To be fair, but whether I'm not sure. Maybe it was Forbidden Planet. I saw it as well.
They're only going for about $15, so they're not a high ticket item.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not rare then. That's all right. That's okay.
So that's the thing. One thing I sort of realized with Funkos is that the stuff that you think would be rare because it's a cool character isn't worth. It's not rare. It isn't worth anything. Like
special editions, isn't it? And
you mean it's like the my little Iron Man. You mean from Endgame in his suit? You think would be a rare one? No, it's worth like $7. It's worth fuck all. But then like and I'll mention them all the time. The Blacklight Spider-Man, which is just a complete like one-off sort of series of blacklight stuff. $85, and I paid a $5 for it. Like for that and a t-shirt.
That's like so. I've got Alfred Hitchcock and Norman Bates in Mother's dress, and I've got 2 of the Norman Bates. And I'm like, I can just flog that off for like 50 quid. And it's like $8.99. It's actually cheaper than what it was to buy like brand new. I'm just like, oh fuck. But the black and white version is like £250. I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
What's the black and white version?
I think the only 2 that I've got that have actually increased in value the Adam West Batman and Robin. Because they've been vaulted, so they're not making any more of those ones.
Yeah, the vaulted ones.
They're not even up that much. They're only up to about $30. But
is that in the Batmobile?
No, it's just the single figures by themselves. I was going to get
okay.
But they're like 2 of the very first ones I ever got, so I'll probably never get rid of them ones because they're like sentimental value. But it's good to know that some of them are starting to increase in price a wee bit. You
can get them in the Batmobile, or you can get them climbing up the building. Obviously, it's a sideways. Yeah,
there's those ones, and then there's the the Winchesters and Baby. Like that's the ones I want to get from Supernatural.
This is the Dark Side I managed to pick up today.
Ooh. Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, from the Snyder Cut version. They just randomly appeared. I went up a ladder. I was like, "Hello, what are you doing here?"
See, when you think about it, see when people say the Snyder Cut, it should just be the cut, the only cuts.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think what would be like my most increased. Like obviously the Black Light was the most increased, but like what was the Cyborg Superman? That was quite a decent one that went up, didn't it? I think that's about $50.
Oh yeah.
So
you got that one as well in the end, didn't you?
Yes, yeah. It's not on my shelf though. It's in my room, that one. Just because like the shelves be. Yeah, but like it's sort of Funko about like
£30.
Yeah, so yeah, it'd been about $50. The Master Chief one did. I don't know where he's gone. He's up there. My Master Chief one from Halo, that shot up a fair bit and then drastically dropped again. I think it was around the time when they were announcing more Halo stuff. Like the price just rocketed and then just came straight back down again. But like
as it does.
For people who don't just collect them and keep them boxed and like get extra, suffocate them and don't let them live. Yeah, I let mine breathe. I've got there's about 7 on my desk at the minute from when I pulled them off the other night. That sounds weird.
Excuse me, what?
when you pulled them off.
Why are you pulling off pop toys, Aaron?
I was just playing with little pickle.
Distracted me from my pop toy.
Do you guys think it's true that they've got brains? Some of them get brains inside them, or little other things.
No, right. So I bought one just to do that with, and now there's nothing inside.
It's just like
it's just a hollow. But like there's
only a limited few. It's like a Willy Wonka golden ticket thing.
Maybe it's just the Chase editions that have them. Like I've got one here.
I ain't cracking it open.
Aye, funny doubt that Chase.
But to be fair, this Chase edition you can see it like directly into his head anyway. So don't think there's anything.
Fucking TikTok.
Well, there's those guys who do fact or cap, and they're on TikTok. Like they test out these TikTok theories. Like, oh, this does this.
Because they done one for the Pop Funko and it had nothing. Or just like fucking liars. Just like, I don't know.
I mean, it'd be cool if Funko to like one day start doing it. Like, don't tell anybody. Like, don't tell anyone, and then just start doing it. So everyone has them in.
Someone just randomly falls across it.
Yeah, they're quite fun actually.
Speaking of pops, right? I found I was going to meaning to send it to you. There's a guy I found it through Instagram, who he's got like basically just buys and sells like signed stuff. He's got a load of the Kevin Smith signed Funko Pops. So I think he's doing a competition as well to give them away. I need to find it because I can imagine you'd probably lose your shit over a signed Kevin Smith Funko.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got what do you call it? A canvas of me with the big man himself. Yeah. And I've got a signed ticket, but a signed Pop Funko would be quite cool as well.
Yeah.
I would like that actually.
He's also selling I can't remember one of the actors' names, but with Michael J. Fox and the guy who played Doc Brown in Back to the Future, he's got a signed pair of Funko Pops. Yes, he got a signed pair of Funko Pops.
Oh,
interesting. Yeah, but I think they're going for like £1,000. Like mental money.
Ross Atkins has entered the room. Hi, Ross. Hola.
Hey, Ross. How are we doing?
On that note of Kevin Smith, so Clerks 3 begins filming next week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. What?
What 3 did you say?
Clerks 3.
I still didn't hear it.
Clerks 3.
Clerks 3.
Clerks 3.
Clerks 3, okay.
Oh, sorry. I'll say wait. I was at Clerks 3.
Clerks 3?
Clerks.
That's a bit too southern, that.
So Clerks 3 begins filming next week.
Kevin Smith, if you're listening, Glasgow seems to be a really prominent filming location.
Yes, please come to Glasgow.
There's lots of empty shops you could film it in.
Yeah.
We could accommodate you, no problem. Loads of
Oh,
extras.
definitely.
Preston's getting that way. If you need crackheads as extras, Preston's all of them.
I'll happily jump on and be like $15, little man. Put that shit in my hand. I'll happily do it. But yeah, Clerks 3. So I'm looking forward to that because I loved Jane Silent Bob the reboot. I thought it was fantastic. I love Kevin Smith. I'd suck the man's cock if I could. Love him. I mean, just put that shit in my hand. Anyway. Clerks 3. I cannot wait to see it filming. So yes, Matty, what have you got next for us?
Next up,
I feel like you're the host now. You're the host of the most.
I feel like
What's next?
Right, so I'll leave the Jackass one till the end because that's one I've got the most sort of comments on, right? But
tremendous.
Before we get there, we've got a couple to go through. So do these ones quick. So the new Dexter.
Yeah.
That one. I watched that. I was actually quite drawn into that one. I wasn't a massive fan of Dexter, like it's the final season anyway, but I did watch it. I liked it. I'll probably get a rewatch before I watch the new one.
That's my plan.
But
I think I'm going to do the same. Yeah,
I did.
I'll be honest, I need to watch that long rewatch.
Dexter.
It's one of those shows I've never got round to watching it. Like Game of Thrones, never watched it. Sons of Anarchy, I've started that.
Sons is good.
Sons is one of those. Like the first season got me hooked straight away. Like there's very few TV series that from like the first episodes I'm in. One of them that did that to me, Breaking Bad, even though like it started pretty slow, like it just so and then I don't know if I was watching it, Designated Survivor.
Yeah, I've seen
on Netflix.
That was good.
Any good though?
Good fucking class, mate. Absolutely class. Yeah. I cannot understand why it's not been renewed.
It's just only 3 seasons, wasn't it?
Yeah, it needs more. But yeah, like it's a class sort of just roller coaster. Like it gets into the action so quickly. I won't sort of spoil anything like for it, but mate, definitely worth a watch. If you like 24, like if you like Keith Sutherland, get on it.
Yeah,
get all over that.
It's a banker.
Yeah, it is an absolute banker.
My taking notes. Designation.
My lightsaber pen.
Yeah, boy. But yeah, Dexter, New Blood. I mean, I love Dexter. Like it's one of those kind of things where I remember watching Dexter way back in like 2006, 2007. Watched it straight. Originally it was on ITV or STV, and I went to ITV4. Watched it with my mum. She lost track of it because she's like, how much more killing can he do if I get caught? I was like, fair enough. I stuck by it right to the end. Even when it moved to like FX and stuff, or Fox or whatever it was.
Yeah.
The final season was all right. The final episode.
Fair enough. 2 seconds.
It was a bit mad.
Obviously, I'm not going to spoil it not going to spoil it, but the finale wasn't that good. And the good thing is the show's getting a little bit of a resurgence with they're not fixing the finale, they're not rebooting, they're just doing it's a new story. Yeah, it's a new story. So they're not going to it's not they're not going to acknowledge it, but it's not going to be like they're just where is Dexter now, basically.
Yeah.
But to have them
they close that book and they're opening a new one basically on it, aren't they? So
yeah, basically. And to have him now under the name of Jim Lindsay, which is a callback to the author Lindsay, working in a hunting shop with guns and knives and all that. You just think, it's so devilish.
I love that bit, like when the guy pulled the knife out and he's like, I've got a thing about blood, and then you're just like, is that the thing?
I know, brilliant. It's just you know what it is. So it's the fact that it's going to be so good. Like I cannot fucking wait. I loved it.
He's a great actor as well, and he's a great actor.
Oh, Michael C. Hall's fantastic. But the thing is, I'm kind of like on the edge of, are they going to do a 1 season and that's it? Bye-bye, farewell, forever? Or are they going to do a shit of, yes, we've got success, let's make another one? And you think, no, don't do like the X-Files coming back. It came back and it was good, but then they done it again and again. let's just have a nice weekend of.
It would be good if it was just like a limited series.
Yeah,
like just one series.
Like,
and then
do you know what it is?
fixed problem.
See if their idea is to give it a proper fan service send off. That's fine. Do that. Give us the proper finale. But that's it. Don't do this whole it ends in a wee bit of a kind of could he come back? Could it just no, just one send off. That's it. Like Deadwood. Did anyone ever watch Deadwood?
I don't
so,
know.
So Deadwood's a western, a cowboy western show with Timothy Olyphant and Ian McShane, right? It was on HBO, and then just whatever. From 2004 to 2006, I think it was 7 or something like that. So it got cancelled after 3 seasons. For years and years, like fans have been like, bring it back, bring a movie, whatever. So they finally got a Deadwood the movie. It was like a tour movie, and it basically was the finale deserved with season 4 that never happened. So that was it. It wasn't like Deadwood the movie came back and it's like, we can make another one. We can. It was just like the finale that we needed. I think, and I'm hoping it'll be the same thing with Dexter, rather than being like, we'll bring back Dexter for eight episodes and then it's like, let's make another one. Let's just
we'll see how it goes and then build on that. It's just like, if you're going to end this,
just have it that this is the finale that we should have got back in 10 years ago or something like that. Same with Deadwood. Deadwood came back as a finale movie just to say, hey, we're still alive, we're still good. How you guys last 10 years? Bye. I mean, just like it was perfect. It was perfect. So no, I can't wait for Dexter to come back. And the fact that Clancy Brown is the big baddie is just, fucking how much better could you get? Like Clancy Brown, the legacy actor that he is as the big baddie, you're just like, it's perfect. I can't wait. I cannot wait. What do you guys think? Obviously, drunken theorists, you haven't seen Dexter, so you're just like, what the fuck's Dexter? I don't get a clue what it is.
I've seen bits of episodes.
Do you know anything?
I've seen bits of episodes. It's been one of those, I've been around my mates' house, they're putting it on because they're well into it, and I've just sort of like sat there and watched bits, but not paid attention. Anything that's done as well as Dexter did, because I fully understand like its cult status, and I do not deny it could be, it's brilliant. I just haven't got around to watching it.
That's fair enough.
So
you've got till November.
Yeah, anytime they bring something back, like as you said, it's either going to be great for it or fucking terrible. Right? Yeah. Just my hope is for the fans that they just do it right. Because even for me, if I start watching now and finish it by November, I'm not going to have that same attachment as someone who
waited for 10 years.
Yeah, who waited all that time. So, for me, like, it's just that it be a part of the same season. So, I just hope they do, as you said, do pay its fan service.
See, what you said there was interesting about the whole, like, if you watch it from now to November and then watch the new series, you'll still not have the same investment as what like we have since like 2006 or 15 years ago. So that's similar to me with Line of Duty. I love it. Like I like fucking powered through like 5 seasons just to get up to date with the new season or the last series there.
Yeah.
And when it came to the finale, like my mom had been watching it since like series 3 or 4, so she'd watched a few seasons before. My gran and papa, like, and a lot of people I know had watched it from like day one. Steve, I think he watched it from day one. And quite a lot of people who watched it from day one were like, what the fuck was that finale all about? Whereas I was like, I like it. But then again, I'm thinking, because I wasn't invested enough, maybe that's why I think it's an all right ending. But then again, that's the same with me with Dexter. Like, I watched Dexter from day one to the very end, and the finale wasn't great, but I was still like, fuck else you meant to do? Like, you're never going to get the finale right. You're going to always have fans who will be like, shit finale, great finale.
It's just the way it is, isn't it?
Yeah. That's part of the reason why like these bigger series, I try not to watch them when it's week on week release because you get so caught up in the fan hype. Like, don't get me wrong, I was obviously with Marvel's Disney Plus series. I am there in that fucking fan hype. I'm there going stop the fire. But you get caught up in the fan hype, like it's the sort of the whole storm of it, and because you sat there waiting a week for an episode, you build it up in your own head so that when the finale comes, it's never going to live up to those expectations. And then even after, you got everyone slating it online, you got people talking about it. So that's why I just sort of like to sit back, wait for a series to finish, wait for it to die off, then go, right, now watch it. Because I want to watch it without the noise around it, if you know what I mean.
It kind of like not sway which way you think about it. Though, it's like, oh, if this person thinks that, like, is it good? Like, you go in with a preconception of, oh, it's crap anyway, so why am I doing this? Or, that's like if you leave it for a bit, you're like, oh, I can watch it with just, there is no, like you said, no noise. So
so when I eventually get around to watching Game of Thrones, like, everybody said they hated the last season. I might be a case of like, I fucking love last season because like I've not got that. I've not waited for so long for it because I've just powered through it.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's a bit of a weird way to do it, but like it just I get fed up with sometimes about people on the internet and YouTube channels ranting about stuff.
Yeah.
Again, ranting about ranting.
So yeah, it's just I would definitely will be watching Dexter before the new one, just to sort of like keep in the loop with it and sort of because it's one of those again like because you had so many years of it and there's a point where I can watch it now and enjoy that, and then sort of enjoy on the back of it this new stuff and still be involved in the hype of it. So yeah, definitely giving it a watch.
It's interesting. It's what you said about you would obviously rather wait and to let all the hype die down. Similar to like the Mandalorian when the first series came out. Obviously, it came out in America in October or November, like the previous year.
Didn't we?
And then we never got it until like was it March or something or March, April?
It was when Disney Plus launched, but we didn't even get all of it at once.
It was still weak.
That's insane. So we'd watched it after all the hype of it being like, oh my god, it's the fucking greatest thing ever. So we got it. I mean, obviously not by choice. Like you could have watched it online, illegally and streamed it and stuff like that. But we obviously, the good people that pay for Disney Plus, waited for it to obviously, and it was at that point the Mandalorian had finished fucking months ago.
About fucking Baby Yoda and everything. The whole hype.
I know. What a bastard!
I know.
What a bastard! But it's funny because there's a similar thing. So there's a new, obviously, Superman. CW have done a new Superman show, Superman and Lois.
Yeah.
And I've tried to stay away from everything spoiler wise, because obviously we've not got it in the UK yet, and I don't know when we'll get it. We'll get it at some point.
But I'm believing show as well. We don't.
Batwoman. I think that's E4 Sky One. I think.
Are we finally getting over here? Because I know.
I think the first.
See, with the last crossover where it had Arrow and all that in it, we didn't get the Batwoman side of it over here legally. So like they edited it for us, so like none of her bit made any sense.
Speaking of before, has anyone been watching Rick and Morty? Right? Anyone been catching that?
I usually wait till it's out on Netflix, but I kind of want to just go and.
Mate, I feel like you'd love Rick and Morty.
No,
I'm trying to get into it. I'm trying.
Oh, you man, you'd love Rick and Morty.
I know, because it's essentially Back to the Future with fucking fart jokes and
Yeah, I mean, like Back to the Future smashed with
everything sci-fi,
but a bit of bit of everything sci-fi. A bit of Doctor Who in there. You mean without the time travel, just that sort of like pull it off at the last minute kind of vibe. I mean, it's fucking awesome. Like I could just sit there week on week and just be like, okay, yes. This week's episode. Like a couple of this series have just been weird. Like I've been sort of going, the fuck. Let's. Do
you know what you should do? Know how you are on podcast The Old Republic? You're going to sit down and watch Clone Wars. We should have we should get like a load of us to sit down and we could watch Rick and Morty with you.
Do it.
That would be a good fucking watch along because
let's do it then.
It'd be like a brand new set of eyes on it. Because we've all watched it.
Yeah,
you haven't, and it'd be brilliant because like I sat and watched all Rick and Morty, and then I sat down with the guys to watch it to review it one time, and honestly, it was the best watching I've ever watched of it because there was other people there, and I could see their reaction, and it was purely because we did the season 3, and then we did up to the Pickle Rick episode, and sitting down watching that the first time, like obviously it's been pure memed to fuck now, but like the first time watching that, it was the funniest fucking thing to watch with your mates. And like I think it'd be amazing as a live stream, like just sitting watching.
I know I know about Pickle Rick because my brother Matthew has got the Pickle Rick cushion. And I'm just like, the fuck is that? And he's like, it's Pickled Rick. I was like, look at a fucking dildo. What the fuck is that? It's Pickled Rick. I was like, Rick who? He's like, Rick and Morty.
This is one thing I love about the simplicity of the show, because there is absolutely zero context to why the fuck he's a pickle. There's no build up to it. Like, it became such this massive thing. It's just like, just happens. And then it becomes this whole thing. Yeah, it's class. Definitely watch it because it's funny as fuck. I can understand why stoners enjoy it. That's what I'll say. Because it definitely could be one that you just sit there and just munchies, giggle away at it. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why it's been confirmed for the 70 episode. Well, not it's less than that now because obviously we're a few episodes in. But they got confirmed for like another 7 series because it's just like the hype train is on for it.
Yeah, fair enough. Has any of you guys ever on Netflix checked out F is for Family?
Yeah.
Briefly, yeah. I watched a bit of it.
I fucking love that show. My God, I love that show. It's like Family Guy, like in Simpsons, but like there's no talking. It's just everything's normal. There's no talking dogs. There's no fucking talking anything. It's just normal. But it's that Family Guy humor in the 70s, I think it is. It's just fucking tremendous. I fucking love that show. It's so funny. Bill Burr, again, Mandalorian star. Bill Burr he's just funny as fuck. It's just like, what the hell is going on in this show? Like, it's crazy. It's batshit crazy. But it's like a proper, like, you could picture it in live action as a soap opera. It's just like, you're just like, what the fuck? Please check it out, guys. And people who are watching along as well. Sorry for like not talking to any of you guys in the live chat. Ross Atkinson saying, how's the discussion and such? And I was at 9:45. So 17 minutes later, man. Yeah, we're doing good. How are you? How are you, man? Thanks for everyone who's watching, obviously. I really appreciate you guys watching. And I'm sorry we've not spoke to you guys at all. If you guys get any questions, feel free to throw them our way.
Matty, in about half an hour.
I know. What's next in your list?
Last one before Jackass is the Chucky trailer. Is this one a show or is this one going to be a movie? Like
it's a TV show in sci-fi.
TV show. Okay.
TV show.
I'm quite looking forward to it if it's a TV show. Like, I don't know if I could handle another reboot of Chucky as a movie because there's been like 2 or 3.
But the good thing is it's Brad Dourif and it's back to the way it is back in the day.
Yes.
It's Don Mancini. It's all back to normal. I think Jennifer Tilly's coming back for it and stuff like that. So it's going to be all. It's just Child's Play again. It's Child's Play again. It's not the Mark Hamill, Chucky, gimmicky, fucking VI, artificial intelligence fucking thing. It's just the fucking voodoo shit. Brad Dourif being a prick. Love it and killing people.
Because like I was watching the trailer and then there's like one scene where it's talking and then he turns the doll over and there's no batteries in it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They're doing some decent shit. Okay, they're going back to the roots. And then you watch it and you're like, the wee boy that he's meant to be like in the back. I remember back in the day, was he not trying to possess the boy or something? It's been ages since I actually watched Chucky, but
he tried to possess Andy and have him as a host.
But it looks at this Wayne is about in high school age. Yeah. So it's like he's walking around with like a security blanket when he's about 15. Yeah. And it looks like he's just gonna one day decide, like, do you know what, Chucky, go fucking fuck them up. But I can't be arsed with this pish. And I was like, that fucking speaks to me.
That's what I got from the trailer.
Ross Atkins in the chat says, I will hear nothing against any of the Chucky films.
I hope you got me on mute then.
He said, Seed of Chucky sucks tits. So you want to leave, Ross? You want to block me? Fuck.
To be fair, his profile picture is a ginger kid, so like, can understand. Like, maybe he is Chucky. This is what's happened.
Yeah. I mean, that's us asking for it now.
See, the thing is, don't get me wrong, right? I will. Okay, right. Do you know what's funny though? Seed of Chucky. a small place in my heart because it was the first Chucky film I saw back in 2004. I was 13 years old, and I still actually think it's pretty decent. It's strange.
I mean, it has some good kills in it as well. Like, see that the guy that's the photographer, his one like with the hydrochloric acid and all that. That is a pretty good, like, special effect looking one.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Like it's. Do you know what? It was at the time where Chucky was going through that kind of silly stage. I'll fucking ride it. I'm good. I'm go for it. Let's see what happens next. But then obviously Cult and Curse, the last two films were brutal as fuck, and they were just like back on par. And now this show looks really good. It looks brutal. And like you said, Matty, like there's none of this kind of like, Chucky, stop doing that. That's terrible. He's like, do you want Chucky? These guys in my class fucking hate me. Let's stab the fuck out of them. I'm just like, yeah, my boy, I love it. It's the first time I've ever seen like the kid being like, fuck them up, Chucky. There's a knife. Have fun. It's just brilliant. It looks so good, and it's the fact that it was the yard sale, and like the knife's gone, the kitchen knife's gone. She's like, oh, where did the kitchen knife go? You think, shut the fuck up. We know where this is going to go, but it's brilliant. It's just so good. What are you guys thinking?
Yeah, I thought
I was thinking a very critically inappropriate joke to make about America's school systems and killing, and I thought, nope, let's not go there.
Was it not the high school slumber party or whatever it was? And he's like, what was the thing he said? This is like, what did he say? Chucky says,
I'm gonna go kill.
Like basically, now. It's no, it wasn't that. It was like he was essentially saying like this is like Christmas come early for him because all these kids and like so many kills, and it was something about that. It was something about like all the kids being there, him just being like fucking dancer man, pick the letter. It was something like that, and just oh shit, it's gonna go brutal. But obviously, what were you going to say, Luke?
I just thought I haven't seen any of the films, the newer films. I remember seeing the original years ago again, but this, like, I'm not really a massive horror fan. Well, I'll say I'm not. I've not seen any horror films for a while. I get quite scared of them. I'm like a bit of a pussy in that sense. But this looked quite cool. You know what I mean? Like,
pussy. Can we just enjoy the fact that Leon's in the corner just smiling away there?
Because it's it's all right. It's all right. But no, the trailer looked good, and it was fun at the same time. Like, you know, it's got that horror element and stuff like that, but you're kind of egging it on at the same time because it's like, oh, this is going to be interesting. It's fun. Like you say, Jordan, like the jokes that they're making alongside of it, like that moment. And then I like the one I just said where he's in the bed with his sister and he said, all right, I'm going to go kill your sister now. I'm just going to get someone just like, oh, I'm tired. Yeah. It's just weird, but funny at the same time. But
I'm tired. If you snooze, you lose, and you're like, "Oh, that's fucking brilliant." It's the wee girl who says, "Mummy says killing's bad," and he's like, "Mummy talks shit." It just cuts in, like, "Mummy talks shit," and it just cuts. You're just like, "Oh my!"
I feel like we're even better with your Scottish accent. Like, we talk shite.
We talk shite.
Scottish.
So right, we'll do like so.
Chucky incoming.
The wee girl says, Mummy said killing's it's not nice to kill. We are more shite hen.
Mate, Scottish Chucky needs to happen.
Scottish Chucky.
But you know what's funny? Because there's a delay in my connection, so when I say it, you're just like... I think what I'm going to do is, you guys ever seen Scottish Star Wars or Scottish Total Recall?
Yeah.
Oh, aye.
I'm going to do Scottish Child's Play. I'm going to dub Child's Play.
Mate, don't, like, you record it, you get your scenes, I'll edit it up for you. Fucking, I'm more than happy with that. It'll be fucking class. Yeah.
Oh, it'll be brilliant, actually.
When I was watching it, like, I don't know if you liked it, but see the Scream TV show that came out a few years ago.
I liked that.
I liked that. Like, I know not everybody did, but like it kind of gave me those sort of vibes where it was like they were reimagining it a wee bit, but at the same time they were also kind of sticking to the original movie as a sort of source of information for it rather than coming up with their own brand new stuff. So hopefully that's a good sign.
Actually really good. Yeah, the Scream show was really, really good. Actually, I watched the first two seasons, and then the Halloween special. Don't get me wrong, it ended on a cliffhanger. It was like, oh, fuck off, man. That's perfect to get cancelled. But like, it is what it is. But no, I thought it was a great fucking show. Like, I really, for MTV, this is really good. This is really, really good, actually. It's brutal as well. Like, they really went in blood and gore, like proper brutal. But more Chucky. I mean, it's sci-fi, so it's again, it's but I've got faith in them, kind of, maybe, possibly.
I have to make a confession as well because I've been messaged, just probably messaged by someone who's watching, for laughing at Luke saying, calling him a pussy for being scared of horror films. I got a message like, "You're such a fucking liar. You're shit scared too." I'm like, okay, yeah, hold my hands up. I'll take.
Why are you staying quiet, Aaron?
I laughed. I was like, okay, retreat. Yeah, but yeah. So confession time. Sorry. Yeah,
we'll do it together, Aaron. We'll do it together. We'll sit there and watch the scariest films. And
what was the one I watched the other night, of the week? It wasn't Split. What was it? It was a follow-on to You, or something to do with You. Was it You that I watched?
Use the TV show. The Netflix show.
No.
Gossip Girl.
Oh, what was the one I watched? No, it was some horror film.
Us.
Yeah.
Get Out. Us.
Yeah, it was Us. It was a follow-on to Get Out. Yeah, that was freaky. Good. Yeah, it scared the fucking shit out of me because at the time I was living alone, mate, and all I can hear when I was trying to go to bed is fucking just bang it. I'm like, fuck off.
Oh.
What
was it?
Yeah, you shit yourself.
I got 5 on it. That was a good song. That.
Yeah, fucking hate it. Yeah.
Matty, the grand finale of trailers. What are we talking about now, man?
So, Jackass Forever.
Yes.
Forever.
I can't wait.
Pissed myself laughing. Like, see, I've already done a trailer reaction for it. It released this week, so spoilers. But I was in tears, like proper tears, like tears of like happiness, because it's like the way it starts, you're just like, oh, because it's been like 20 years, just like, oh, and obviously they've lost, they've no longer got Ryan Dunn. They've obviously lost Bam Margera. Not he's dead, but just mental health and stuff like that. Been like, obviously. So they've got the new guys. Dan and Steve watched it first, and I asked them like, is there a good balance of the new guys and the old guys? And they're just like, love it. And I watched it. I could not stop laughing. I'm literally looking forward to this more than James Bond now. Like, I love Jackass so much.
I think I would the same, Bob, mate. Like, this is one of those films, like, you grew up, I was a kid watching MTV, watching Jackass, like, yeah, because it was a naughty thing to do when you were a kid, watching this stuff, because like your parents would not approve of it. I mean, what parent would approve of some guy just getting his knob out on TV and like pissing on his mate? So like, I absolutely fucking loved it as a kid. So
my mom, she approved.
Right, so my parents are deeply religious. My dad was a reverend for many years, so like I was very sort of sheltered.
Don't know that.
Aaron's been sheltered up until
honestly, mate.
Ago, and he's
watching Simpsons was probably on the same level for you guys as like watching porn. Like, honestly, like it was that.
Aaron's just there bashing one off to Marge.
No
comment.
Yeah, so like, get good. So like watching Jackass was like, I had to sort of volume down, headphones in, like this close to the TV. Claiming
and now look at you, you're a menace to society. I mean, fucking the drunken theorist.
Yeah,
father would be proud. That's brilliant. I can't. Do you know what? I want to meet your dad now. I really want to meet this man.
Mate, honestly, it's just me but bald. Like, yeah, looks exactly.
What do I call it? Call him
Reverend Theorist. Reverend Theorist.
and Reverend Verse. Oh, it's brilliant.
Oh, you know what? Like, oh, mate, I'm not even lying. Look who's calling me. It's me dad. I'm gonna answer.
Reverend Dad, Steve.
I'm just on my stream, mate, and yeah, we've just been talking about you. So I'll give you a call back in a little bit if that's all right.
God be with you.
Why? But oh, guys, going to be here 2 seconds.
Oh, that's the next
Oh, that could not have went any fucking better. Oh, Christ.
Oh,
Someone
Reverend
called the
Theorist.
Exorcist.
God spoke to me.
Someone called the Exorcist now, Jesus Christ. Oh,
bloody hell.
God damn it.
Oh, you can't write that.
Oh, you cannot write that.
Sorry, guys.
Is he still a priest?
No, he's a swimming teacher now.
I don't believe in God anymore.
He's a what?
Swimming teacher. Well, no, he's a. I know.
Holy water.
Holy water.
He actually teaches first aid and lifeguarding. Like that's his main thing.
That's his main
Oh, listen. See, if a priest teaches first aid, all he needs to say is, "I don't need my first aid pack. God is with me." That is actually it. Oh my!
You know what? He's got first aid training, right? God is with me. The power of Christ compels me.
Mum, I know you watch these back. I'm sorry.
Let me guess. Is your mum? Let me guess. Please tell me your mum's a nun.
No, she's not a nun.
or Mrs. Doyle. Just fucking something. Just something.
I made that point. Right, but my mum is a foster carer, so she does like look after kids. So kind of like sticks within that sort of nun vibe of having an orphanage, that kind of thing. So
I am not
Teresa,
joking.
Mother Bedford.
I know. I am not joking about kids. Nope, not touching that. You've done it there. Yeah. Dan's just said. Yeah, Dan's just said. So what are we talking about? Well, we're talking about
Jackass 4.
Yes.
Jackass 4.
And then
back on topic.
Oh fuck!
But like, I was watching it when I watched the trailer.
That was so smooth. That was so smooth, Matty. So yeah,
so I was watching the trailer, right?
Aye. So I was watching it, and then I was like realizing, like, because I was sitting watching it with Wayne, and the Wayne's like looking at me just like that. Why are you so excited about this movie? And I was like, that you actually don't have anything to compare to Jackass. Because there's nothing you can really compare to Jackass. Like the only thing we had growing up was Dirty Sanchez.
Yeah.
But that was still in the same sort of era. So like there's nothing for like Wednesday, and she was trying to show me all these YouTube videos. I was like, no. Jackass was the original YouTube video, right? You'd sit and watch it, and it wasn't just guys doing stunts. There was also just episodes where the guys would just like sit with a door like stopper and just ping it for like 2 minutes, and it was just a video of that. Like it was just so much random stuff. Like just amazing you could get a video from it. And I was trying to explain it, but she's 13, and it's like trying to explain it to her, and she's just not getting it. And I'm like, you had to have grown up with it. Like it's just, I'm sorry to be pure patronizing, but you'll not get it in. Like,
just be like, Jackass. Jackass.
Just throw the dog out.
Just throw the DVD at her. Just watch it. Go watch it.
One thing I love about the trailer is it doesn't feel like it's lost any of that like original magic. You mean?
No.
It doesn't feel like, obviously, because obviously so much has happened. Obviously due to cast members passing away. The stuff with Bam.
Getting
but it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it's lost its magic. You mean, it doesn't feel like it's forced. You mean, these guys still just want to be around each other, making each other's lives a living hell. You mean, obviously the stuff that happened with Bam, heartbreaking to see. You mean, and it's the thing with Bam. Like, I'm probably just going to get a little bit deep now. He's had so many opportunities to recover from it. You mean, and I fully understand addiction. I fully get it. I get I understand the struggles he's having. I know it's not easy, but the guy, you look at Steve-O, like it's possible. Steve-O was arguably in a far worse place than Bam was.
Yeah.
You mean, but he knuckled down, got it done, and because there's a bit of stuff about sort of why Bam's not been in the film. So he's done sort of his side. I believe he said that part of the contract was he couldn't be intoxicated at any point. And he's got to fly across here, there, the country. The pressure on it sort of been too much for him. That's why he drank, so he got sacked for that. I feel like it wasn't just that. I feel like maybe Bam's not telling the whole truth there with it.
He said in his Instagram that there was a stunt that basically, in a nutshell, included like Bam like having anal sex with one of the guys, like properly anal sex. That was one of his drawings. That was one of his drawings that he put up on Instagram. And he like, I mean, who would watch this? I'm just like, nobody. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know if his mind's just that messed up. But I don't know. It's a shame because, like you said, look at Steve-O. The man looks fucking great.
Yeah. He's the only one who looks better now than he did back then.
Yeah, he's aged really well considering, because I thought he was going to be dead before 30. He's aged like fucking well.
Speaking of Steve-O, did anyone see the NFT that he sold off? So I don't know if anyone follows him on Instagram. Like he posts like really lewd pictures of him and his missus. But like there was one like up against the hotel window overlooking the skyline that Instagram kept removing. But he sold it as an NFT, like the uncensored version. I think he went for something stupid, like I think it was near $100,000.
Yeah.
For this, basically, just effectively,
digital.
Someone paid $100,000 for Steve-O's nudes. So Steve-O, get an OnlyFans.
I was going to say that. Just get OnlyFans. I mean, fuck, Kerry Katona's got OnlyFans and she made £1 million. So why not? Fuck it.
Kerry Katona.
She's on. Kerry Katona's got OnlyFans. She was on Loose Women the other day, and she said she's made £1 million, and everyone's just like slut. But then obviously she made a valid point though, because she said like, what's the difference between me putting like pictures of my tits up on the internet, I'm in control, to like, you know, someone like, you know, being in a movie, winning an Oscar, etc. You're just like, they're still showing their tits. I'm like, oh well, she got a fair point.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Power to the people.
Yeah. She's got a fair point, and I'm like, fair player, but you know.
I don't. What I didn't kind of understand with the trailer, but
get your rat out.
Leon had an OnlyFans for a bit, didn't you, Leon?
Throw that one out there.
So back to Jackass, because this is getting fucking
divergent. Sorry, Matty.
Yeah, so there was a bit of story about how sort of like why Bam was involved. Apparently, he was turning up to set like not just having alcohol in his system, but pissed. Like starting fights with people, causing issues on set, like just basically being a dick. And from what supposedly this is a insider source leak. Apparently, they ended up getting restraining orders against him and everything. Like the guys haven't mentioned it. Like no one of the Jackass team have mentioned it in a public forum, because they still just want Bam to get help. Like they want him to be okay, but you mean it came to the point where he was just damaging himself more being there. So, but I know with his Instagram posts as well. He put up like, you mean if you PayPal him like money as well, like he he put like if you PayPal me, I got $500. I'll write your name down on my fridge. Like, is it worth $500?
He's making it. He wants to make his own Jackass movie. He's like, if you PayPal me, I'll make my own Jackass movie. I'm just like, okay.
And it's like, really sad to say, because I mean, he's one that you'd want to see in there, because he was one of my favorites. Yeah, he's one of the OGs. One of my favorites.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it's just the guy just needs to get help. I mean, not even just get help, because he's had it. He's had the help. He just needs to
accept it.
He needs to basically just knuckle up and go for it.
like you said, Aaron, Steve-O was in a worse condition, and now he looks tremendous. He looks brilliant. He's clean. He's, you know, what I mean, he's off drink completely. He looks brilliant. I mean, he really does. Good. So, like, the help is there. Like, everyone's there. Like, he can get help. It's just he's just choosing not to. And it's even worse. He's got like his family, because it's funny though, because then you think of like, because we feel as though we know the whole family, like, you know, April, and, you know, fucking. So when you think of it as mum and dad, we think, oh, they must be going through so much hell. Because then you start to think about them because we think we know them. So we're like, what about them? Then we've got his wife, he's got his kids as well. And you think, oh, it's fucking terrible. But it is what it is. So hopefully there's the help he needs, and he can return for Jackass 5 or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But,
do you think they should do another one after this one, or do you think it's just a bit of a swan song? This,
I think it probably is a swan song.
Like, his Knox songs were 49. Like
49. Yeah. It's definitely a song, but like, I think the way they're going on about it is like they're going to have a sort of passing of the torch with some new guys. I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
But I'll probably end up like the Scrubs sequel that lasted one season, because like they tried to pass the torch that way, and then it was just maybe not.
I don't know.
You know what? Scrubs. Sorry, Scrubs is one of my favorite seasons. Like, say, favorite series. I absolutely love it.
No, it's like
Scrubs is good. Scrubs was good.
Anyone listen to their podcast?
Was that?
Has anyone listened to their podcast?
I've got it. I've not actually sat down and watched it.
Zach Braff's
podcast? Donald Faison.
Donald Faison.
So it's called Fake Doctors, Real Friends. Like, it's basically a watch along podcast. It's fucking class. Like, definitely.
Because they are best friends, aren't they?
Yeah.
They became best friends.
And
also Zach Braff, and also Zach
Braff.
And also Zach Braff is Florence Pugh's man. Like, what the fuck?
No, definitely worth a listen, because it is really funny. They have guests on sort of from the show, some of the actors, like John C. McGinley appears a few times.
Okay.
You know, Bill Lawrence, obviously the director, like he's appears on it a few times. It's just fucking funny. Like, you can tell these guys. Again, sorry, I'm going on a bit of divergence. It sort of links to a bit Jackass as well. Like, when you see people who are on set enjoying themselves, it translates onto screen. Like, when you see people who genuinely love being there, like, it just translates onto it. And that's one thing I'm looking forward to Jackass. These guys do love being around each other, even though, like, you never know what moment you're going to get pissed on. Like, you can't. The anxiety in that, like, on set for Jackass must be so fucking high. Like, we've all been around our lives where we've just wound each other up and like just pissing each other off. Mainly when I'm sat drinking with him there at the red shirt. Like, that's what I always worry about.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you never know what's going to happen when he's there.
Nope.
So yeah, like, we've all been there and done it. Like, but can you imagine? This is one thing we're interested with. Obviously, Steve-O in the previous films, obviously high as a kite 95% of the time. Which presumably is how he coped with being on set with Jackass. Like, but now he's Stone Cold Sober.
Yeah.
I wonder how it'll have affected him. Because
it'll be interesting. I'll tell you one thing. What I'm looking forward to is so obviously when the Jackass movies came out, it was Jackass the movie, Jackass 2, and then they had like basically another movie which was like behind the scenes stuff before, so like extra stuff like Jackass 2.5, Jackass 3, and Jackass 3.5. I cannot wait to see what they cook up for a Jackass Forever 0.5 or whatever, like just like a second movie that's just got all the behind the scenes dicking around. Because I'd love to see like the preparation to getting to where they are now with Jackass Forever, which I'm sure they'll probably have in like another separate documentary or whatever, Blu-ray features. I want to see what mental state, no pun intended with Bam Margera, but what mental state they had to be in to get back in, like being like, oh fuck, here we go again. Eddie McGeehee, obviously at the end of the trailer, is getting covered in honey and it's like a bear, and you think, I want to see the preparation for that. I want to see like,
how the fuck do you hype yourself up for that? Like,
basically. And also, obviously, like quickly in the trailer, you saw Steve-O, like I think you saw him like all strapped up on a wheelchair, like brace and all that. That was actually 2 days after the first day of filming. That was 2 days. So 2 days after.
Which one was that?
So see, Steve-O, 2 days into filming Jackass Forever was like strapped up with a brace, fucked. That's why I had to stop filming for a good fucking chunk of the time.
That's the scene where Knoxville's like, at least you've got those $1 million teeth, and then he just pulls one of them out. Like,
fuck that as well.
It's shit like that. Like, you don't get that nowadays. Like with anything.
It's tremendous. It really is. Anyway, that's 10:30. So we've been on for an hour and a half. So I've had so much fun with you guys. I really have.
It has.
We have been not so Fantastic Four. I've really enjoyed it, guys. Plus one.
That's the hostages.
And the Reverend.
And the Reverend himself. Father Ted made his appearance. I think we've covered everything we're going to talk about. I think we've kind of like, as long as we talk about Comic-Con and trailers and stuff like that, well, obviously, I'd love to have you guys on again in a few weeks' time. We'll do kind of quick, how we doing, guys? What we're going to talk about then.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone who's watching, I apologize for not speaking that much in the live chat. Thanks for everyone who participated anyway. I mean, I see you guys have had a great conversation with being hosties and being held captive and just shit. But hey ho, guys. I've been that effing guy. That has been Matty Monster. Who cares? Nerds. We've had Aaron from Any World But Ours.
Nope. Wrong again.
Oh shit!
I'm the drunken theorist.
look from Any World But Ours. We've had the drunken theorist himself, Aaron, aka Into the Aaronverse. We had Father Steve. We then had Leon in the background. We've had everyone else there. We've had you guys watching at home. Thank you so much. We've been
the Not So Fantastic Four.
The Not So Fantastic 4+1. And I'll see you guys in